when a team's playing extremely well like you guys are, do you just kind of stay out of the way and let them do what they do, I guess?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you stay out of their way most of the year anyway.
Sure.
If you think you can do something, you're just trying to build confidence every day with how you practice and kind of purpose you put into practice and go about your business and just play good catch fundamentally. I mean, that's really what you try to preach and preach the energy that you have in practice. That's a big thing too.
Defensively, you guys have been really good over the last couple of weeks. We talked about it this morning. Is it maybe more so in terms of just guys getting more comfortable and knowing that they can rely on the offense to help a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. And they're getting more comfortable, getting more games under their belt. They've been in some different situations. I think all those things contribute to the good defense. And I mean, making sure that they don't have to sit out there and fall asleep when you're walking people either, because that creates some bad defense as well. I mean, we've went through that period of time where we're afraid of the strike zone or whatever it may be. I mean, we try to challenge hitters, but we start walking people and you kind of fall asleep. You're not attentive on one pitch at a time. You're not present on that pitch, and I think that's the biggest difference, is making sure you're present, making sure you're there, making sure your first step. It's just about the fundamental thing of dealing with it one pitch at a time.
Has there been a focus here over the last couple of weeks of really good starts? I'm sure that you would like to start with leads every game, but it seems like there's been a really big intent on building some big innings.
Well, I don't know if it's that. We don't talk about like, hey, we're just trying to win one inning at a time and trying to win pitches. That's all we really talk about. If you talk about the results, like, man, you got to go out there and get 5 runs for us or 6 runs for us, and they get nervous and they start trying to do too much. And when you try in this game, you fail.
How has John responded since Tuesday?
Good. I mean, he practiced yesterday, did live BP, did everything, practiced hard. I mean, he's doing great.
Along with Spike, you got J. Nick back on Tuesday. How's he doing, and could he be back in the field this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, he could be. I don't know how. It depends on how today goes and if he's sore or not sore, those type of things. We won't know that till the end of the day of practice. But he's taken BP so far, so we'll see. I won't ever talk to him. I'll be in the bullpen trying to figure out how to get a guy to throw a strike. So I'll talk to Reggie and Russell, and they'll let me know. And when we go in to start talking about making the lineup tomorrow morning, and kind of go from there.
Obviously, a good problem to have, but figuring out the lineup when you've got Spike and Nick back and you've got Walks playing well, Lane's playing well. I'm sure you want to get Muddler in there. Just kind of, how do you figure that out game to game? Is it a matchup thing?
Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing that you look at. You look at who's kind of hot, who's comfortable, who's confident. All those little bitty things tie into everything, every decision that you make. We sit down as a staff and look at. It's a long process at times. Hey, we're going to do this. Does it protect this guy? I mean, it's all sort of things that you kind of go through. It's not somebody that we just pull out of a hat. I do that with pitchers. They don't do it with hitters, but I do it with pitchers at times. So that's what people have said. So.
With Texas coming to town and your relationship with that program, having worked there with Augie, you think about him any this week when Texas crossed the dugout?
No, I think about Augie, weekly. What I've learned from him in environments and how to try to get our kids to perform environments, and because he was the best probably college baseball coach to teach you how to play environments, and I learned a lot from that. Learned how. A lot from how he handled the media, to be truthful and to talk about the fundamentals and one pitch at a time. Because really, when I was done with Augie, before he passed away, I told him, one thing that I always did, like when I was a high school coach, I think my high school coach taught me how to be patient, how to really understand the game. I thought my junior college coach taught me how to be tough in the game. I thought my 4-year coach, which is Coach Treadaway and Coach Ogletree, taught me how to understand the game, really to teach the game and be patient in teaching the game. And I thought Coach Garrido, God let me go there to understand what the environment. I really thought I knew what I was doing when I was there. I'd go out and I'd work on everything in the bullpen, and all of a sudden they'd go out there and feel it was like peaks and valleys. And so I started simplifying, just try to simplify the process of taking it one pitch. The only thing you can throw the ball is to the target. You stay in rhythm, don't get out of rhythm. If you try hard, you fail. Those things, I learned that from Coach Garrido and Coach Harmon at at Texas. So I try to take a little bit, and when I'm moving on as a coach, I wanted to carry on his tradition as the one pitch at a time tradition of how you play the game. And really, that's really the genius in the game, is trying to make sure you're present in that one pitch. It's 100% of what you got to get to the next pitch on the mound, in control yourself. And so I think that's what I've done as a coach.
Kind of crazy they haven't been here since 2018. We kind of talked about it on Tuesday night, but just your expectation for what this atmosphere and environment.
Yeah, we tried something a couple years ago, going to Globe Life, getting more crowd to it. I mean, I thought it was a really good idea. We played that year and ended up playing good in that year, you know. And so I think we ended up winning the Big 12 tournament. We played a lot of games there. I thought that was good. I think it's good that last year it's going there, they're coming here. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's still 60 feet 6 inches. I love our crowd now. I think it's been really fun. I mean, last week or a couple weeks ago when we played, I had a buddy that was in town. He's like, Skip, you know, y'all had a line down the street to get in. And really, as a head coach, when I got the opportunity to be the head coach, and my vision was try to pack the place, and because I've been sitting in that other dugout when they're screaming Boomer Sooner. I mean, it gets hostile at times, and it's got to be every pitch. And our fans have really bought into that, and it's been fun to watch. And I'm really thankful that they're here, and we've got a great fan base.
Skip, what's it been like to see just the consistency that, and it's, I guess, not surprising, but the consistency that Madron and Snyder have had at the plate all year? It seems
it's been great to see Snyder. You know, that's one thing you talk about coaching and how it does. I think Russell Rayleigh and Reggie Willits have really helped him a lot in his approach, and making sure that he sticks by his approach, making sure he understands his approach. All those little simple things, I think it's really helped him a ton. And Madron is kind of goes through it back and forth. He's just a good player. I mean, he's a good player. That's what's awesome about baseball too. And God makes you all different sizes, and He doesn't make mistakes. He didn't. In baseball, you don't have to be a giant. You don't have. It doesn't matter. It matters what's inside your heart, and that's what he plays with. And it's really fun to be around him. He's got a lot of spirit. He's a fun kid to be around. He can dance. It's pretty fun.
Appreciate it.